Well, hello folks, and welcome to another episode of the Holdfast Garage. My name is Aaron, and I'm an amateur. His name is TJ, and he actually knows what he's doing.
Okay.
Since last TJ was with us, he has retired from the Navy, thus the glorious beard. The plan for today is to pull the two motor mounts off of the frame. Now, if you watched the previous episode, you'll know that I got one bolt out of the driver's side motor mount, but didn't have enough hands to get everything held in place and ratcheting in opposite directions. So, TJ's here to help me out with that. The plan is just to get those motor mounts off. If we get any more ambitious than that, then bonus. But yeah, that's the plan for today. So here we go.
I can do this. This is gonna be fine.
What's that?
This is gonna be fine.
So now that TJ has jinxed us by saying one of the things that you never should say when you start a project, oh, this will be easy. Here we go. It actually did end up being relatively easy. This, by the way, is my newest dog. I don't know that I've introduced him to you on the channel. This is Bandit. He's a rescue, just like Bella was, or is. And as you can see, he is nothing but legs. And very curious. So this is a good illustration of why this was so difficult for me to do by myself. There you can see the mount. You can see where I have already ground off the rust and put some primer down. And TJ has his fingers inside the frame there. And he's having trouble trying to get to the right position, get everything situated properly by himself. And adding to that, having to have a ratchet on the top side of the fastener, there was just no way that I was going to be able to accomplish this by myself. And in fact, at this point, I have to go get a knuckle and or an extension for TJ to be able to get his ratchet, or his socket rather, onto the fastener. So you can see the two motor mounts there. I have to admit, I was a bit surprised to learn that a giant V8 454 cubic inch engine could be held in place with just those two motor mounts. But in fact, the transmission, the drivetrain also helps to hold it in place. So it's really not as delicate as I thought it was when we first pulled the engine off. I was like, really? Just these two motor mounts, that's it? So TJ got his socket on, and then and held it in place, and then I could do some ratcheting on my side.
I was trying to use the extension like a wrench.
Bandit, of course, continuing his inspection rounds. So I mentioned that TJ just retired from the Navy. He was a nuke electrician. Bandit continuing to help. He and I served on our first boat together back in the early 2000s. And then we both have bounced around, as you will do in the Navy, bounced around to different locations since then, and both did our final tours here. He did his final tour here in Virginia. I did mine in Hawaii, but now we're hanging out together.
Can't believe you had trouble doing this yourself. Oh, come on.
The best part was at one point, I had the little 3-inch extension
Mm-hmm.
with the socket on it, and it slipped out of my fingers and fell down here inside the frame.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. That was about a half hour of my life trying to get that out until I realized, hey, I have a magnet on a stick. And about 33 seconds later, I had it again. So lesson learned, use the damn magnet. Oop.
Okay. I wonder what Derek Barry's doing right now.
Actually, Byram just saw him in Wisconsin
Oh, no kidding.
yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah.
So we'll speed things up here a little bit. Derek Bieri, by the way, that TJ just referenced, is a YouTuber who does classic vehicle restorations. He's a big inspiration for me in this channel. I'll link one of the videos of that our friend Byram, Joel Byram, one of my biggest fans. Shout out Joel. Here TJ's going to get the magnet that was previously discussed on a stick to pull the bolts out. Yeah, Joel saw Derek Bieri shooting a live episode at a car show in Wisconsin. So I'll link one of those videos in the description if you want to check that out. Ratchet, ratchet, ratchet. Again, this would have been impossible by myself. So here comes the motor mount. Getting that off. I'm holding on to the bolt, make sure it doesn't fall into the frame while TJ grabs the magnet there. Success.
So there's a perfect time capsule of fucking dirt and
Oh, yeah.
gravel stones and shit under here.
It's like a taste of the homeland right there.
Right? It's just...
Every... that's America.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to paint that.
Yes. Yep. Prime and... Well, grind, prime, paint. Yeah.
All right, we're making progress.
Yeah. So that's the condition of the driver's side, and you can see a good bit of dry rot there. So, you know, as I said before in the previous episode, since we're in here, might as well, and since this is a relatively inexpensive part, let's go ahead and replace it, not mess about.
All right, we'll go ahead and crank up the speed on this second motor mount and play some music by Tiger Blood Jewel.
So, as you can see, the passenger side is just as bad as the driver's side, so fully justified in replacing. So I figured while I got TJ here, we'll do some other stuff because I need to grind and paint, prime and paint where we took the mounts off. So we're gonna take this fender off and paint that in the interim. So that's what we're doing now.
And once again, it's time to put this video in warp speed and play some sweet royalty-free music from Tiger Blood Jewel.
So I think it's gonna come out this way.
Your way? Yeah. You got it.
Money. Perfect.
Sweet.
Okay. Life lesson. Turn the wheels to the right. That right. Pull the fenders out.
Indeed.
So while TJ and I slowly clean up from our day's work, I'm going to tell you that the intention was for this to be a longer episode, a kind of a two-part episode. I was going to get some work done on that fender, get some of the rust knocked off, get some primer put down, and do the same to the spots where we pulled the motor mounts off. But you know, life got in the way. There was some family stuff going on. I had some travel, and time got away from me. This footage is like 6 weeks old at this point, so it was high time to get this episode, you know, get it all put together and put out to you. So we're gonna end the episode here, and I will say thank you for watching. I very much appreciate, especially if you made it all the way to the end. If you like what you see, please, like and subscribe and share with your friends who are also car people. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.